This is a Tape Deck podcast.
Welcome back to Inside the Runner Studio. This is your host, Tom, and with me, as always, are Aaron, Michael, and Diana.
Hello.
Hello.
And we are joined by our friend, Megan. Hey, Megan.
Hey.
How are you?
Megan with a Y.
Yeah.
Megan with a Y?
Yes, Megan with a Y. I am doing awesome. I'm, still living off that marathon weekend high.
Nice.
Yeah, we were living vicariously through you all.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like a lot of fun.
Can confirm.
So, Megan, you know the format. We're going to ask you some running-related questions, some non-running-related questions, and just get to know you. But before we do you want to introduce yourself and tell us a little about... Oh, my God. Do you want to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself? I'm so awkward. This is terrible.
It's only the fourth one we've done
I know.
today.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am Megan. I'm originally from Chicago, lived in South Carolina, Wisconsin, and Colorado, and now I live in Florida. Moved here for Disney and no cold days, although today is proving me wrong on that one.
Define cold was the question, right? So, is 57 really a cold day?
So you have to take into factor the humidity. However, you guys also have the humidity, so I guess I can't argue that. But it is in the 50s. And for us Floridians, that is freezing.
And you adapted real quick to that because you were from Colorado and somehow...
Yeah, it did not take very long. I lived up in the mountains of Steamboat Springs, so 4 hours northwest of Denver. So... higher altitude, colder temperatures, moved down to Florida and immediately could no longer stand it.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Awesome. Well, I will jump in with our questions today. And although you are still running off that runner's high, so that could be the answer. Do you have a favorite run of all time? It doesn't necessarily have to be in a race, but your favorite time running.
Because of the marathon weekend high, I'll say the 10K, but actually, in all honesty, I think that all of my runs in Steamboat Springs were my favorite. Me and Aaron just had a conversation about this the other day where, those trails, you just get lost on them. You're it's a whole different world. So, all of my time trail running.
Oh.
That's me. What is the word? We have only done this a bunch of times. What is your worst day running? Oh, wow. We went from favorite run of all time to worst time running, race or otherwise.
I actually love that. So my worst time running is this medal that's right here next to me. I know that obviously the people on the podcast can't see that, but it's my 2020. No, that is 2021. Sorry. Virtual half marathon. It was when we found out about my heart issues and everything. So that one is my worst run just because it was one that took me about 15 tries to finish and I had to break it up into segments to finish it. And it was a tough one, but I did it over 5 days.
Yeah. Awesome. Still counts. I feel like it's good.
Considering the conditions. Yeah, yes. I'll take it.
Absolutely.
So what is your favorite piece of running gear?
Oh gosh. Before I started running with friends, I would have said my Aftershocks headphones. Mm-hmm. But now I'm going to just have to say my shoes. I have finally found the right shoes for me and that's gotta be it. My Brooks running shoes.
What, you just said Brooks, but what, model?
So I actually don't remember what model I have now.
Too much pressure. I put you on the spot.
The second I get put on the spot, I forget everything. Thanks, ADHD.
Yeah.
Amen to that. All right. So what is the biggest mistake you've ever made in a race?
Ooh.
So the biggest mistake I've made in a race had to do with nutrition. and not realizing I might need a bathroom after nutrition.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
And we were, of course, running through the mountains of Colorado, and I tried a nice little goo for the first time ever.
Yep.
Super smart, out in the middle of the woods. And realized that I would never use a goo again.
Uh-huh.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
They don't sit with everybody, yeah.
No, not at all.
Yeah, and I guess, being on the trail, you're one with nature.
And, because I do backpacking and stuff too, I actually always carry toilet paper with me, and it's compostable.
Yep.
So thank God I at least had that.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, Michael and I carry toilet paper on the trails regularly.
I think, well, I don't know what it is about a race as well. Like, you forget everything that you're supposed to remember. Like, everyone's always like, don't eat anything different on race day. And then there'll be someone with like cookies, and you're like, I'm going to have one of these. Like,
Or the Jello shots halfway through
yeah,
when
you're
you're
like,
running.
this is fine.
Yeah.
Like,
This is great. Yes, I've never had alcohol on a run, and I don't regularly drink. Let's take a Jello shot.
yep.
That may be my second worst mistake.
Oh, God.
Do you use a training plan or coach when preparing for a race, or do you just wing it?
What's training?
Yeah.
Yep.
But in reality, I'm the type of person that sets out these training plans thinking, oh my God, okay, so I'm going to stick to the Galloway plan. This run walk sounds awesome. I'm going to do this. And then halfway through, all of a sudden, Hal Hoogaden's plan sounds really great. So
Yeah.
I start doing that one instead. And then a friend sends me another training plan, and I'm like, I'm going to do this one instead. And by the end, my longest run has only been like 3 miles, and I'm running a half marathon in 2 weeks. It's fine.
It's a too many plan problem.
Oh, my gosh.
That's funny. That's the ADHD coming out again.
I love it.
Yeah, I will be completely upfront, transparent. I am like textbook ADHD. So when you guys see me randomly looking at the things behind me, it's fine. It's normal.
It's squirrel. It's squirrel.
I feel that.
We're going to move into the random questions. We haven't had this one in a while. What is your favorite breakfast food?
I love this question.
Okay, so I am a traditional breakfast type person. You throw some eggs, some bacon, and some potatoes, lots and lots and lots of potatoes on my plate, and I am a happy person. But I recently went to Ohana for the first time for breakfast in Disney, and the pineapple bread changed my life.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good.
And I am now obsessed with that and their potatoes.
Yeah.
So good. I love
The problem
Ohana.
with the what is it? It's not all you can eat. What do they say? All you care to
Family.
enjoy.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
that.
all you care to
all you
enjoy.
care to enjoy. The problem is with the Disney all you care to enjoys breakfast is that I overeat and then I feel like crap the rest of the day trying to walk around the parks because I'm so full of like
Oh my
just
gosh.
bacon and waffles and eggs and
We were planning to go back because we had it right at the expo. So we got to the expo 6:30 in the morning and did that. Had to rush through shopping, and we're like, all right, we're gonna go back after breakfast and do like pictures and grab our bibs and all this stuff. No, we needed naps.
Yeah.
The bibs were later.
That's
Yep.
right. Megan was one of the people that was online 4 hours almost before the expo opened, and is the reason
can't.
why I have a Disney Marathon Weekend mug and
Yay!
Oh, yeah.
and water bottle.
Yeah.
Yes, I was Erin's personal shopper for the weekend, and I had to limit it to 2 people, and she got to be one of them.
Yes.
See, I do kind of like you, I guess.
There you go.
If you could have an unlimited supply of one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I'm gonna say potatoes because I can make so
Ooh,
many things
yeah,
out
there
of
you go.
potatoes. I can make
Wow.
French fries. I can make breakfast potatoes.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's a good answer.
If
a
we
good
haven't
food
caught
item.
on, I am obsessed with potatoes.
Okay.
So it's either that or sloths.
Oh,
Yeah, I
I
do
love
love
them.
sloths.
I do like a sloth. I'm sitting on a
So
sloth
cute.
blanket. I love sloths.
Here's the thing. Like, how we talk about like curveballs and like something went a different way. Like, I would have never guessed that after potatoes, You'd have been like, or sloth.
I just like all the sloth.
I am a very simple person. Is it potatoes? Oh my god, I love it. Is it sloth related? Oh my god, I love it.
I love it.
In my head, I translated sloth to slug too, for some reason. So like my brain, look at that, taking it easy. She's showing us a sloth.
I'm literally surprised
Yes.
Tom doesn't have that on a T-shirt.
Oh my gosh.
Give it the evening.
Kyle actually made it for me for Christmas because
Aw.
I got that as well as like 2 stuffed animal sloths. And then after Christmas, shortly later, I got a sloth wearable blanket.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
So yeah, my people know me.
I love it.
Have
I
you
feel like
been to a zoo where you could like hold a sloth?
No, it is my dream to have a sloth encounter. It is all I want in life. Before I die, I need to hold
my
a sloth
gosh.
and feel it just giving me a hug.
I went
my
to
gosh.
Costa Rica and there were sloths everywhere. We went to dinner and just sat and watched the sloths for hours, which really meant that literally nothing happened because sloths don't move at all.
No.
So
No.
like,
Well, and then what is that actress who's obsessed with them from Frozen? Kristen
Bell.
Kristen Bell. Like, she always wanted to hold a sloth, and then her husband surprised her with one and has it on video, and she's just hysterically crying. Like, she can't stop crying because she's so excited.
That would
She's
one-
like, "Is this real? Is this?"
That would 100% be me. And it's super funny because I love Kristen Bell. She's probably my favorite
So cute.
actress. I started watching her in Veronica Mars,
oh yeah,
the obsession runs long.
Yep. Yes.
But when I found out that she was also obsessed with sloths,
Yep,
I was just like,
it's meant to be.
meant to be.
person.
That's
She's
it.
my
That's right.
person. Oh, it's funny.
All right. So if you could have one album, do you have an album that you can listen to at any time and just get lost in it?
I have a lot. I'm terrible with music. You ask me who my favorite artist is, and I can't tell you. But if I could mix Modest Mouse, a bunch of different Modest Mouse albums together and make it one,
Okay.
it would be one of their albums. And I honestly could never pick a favorite out of them.
It's a good answer.
All right.
You guys, almost at the same time, even though I don't believe that this concert is going to exist, you and Tom actually posted at the same time that giant
Fire Festival Part 2?
Yeah, perfect.
In hindsight, with a single day, it's a nightmare. Like
It is.
everything about it's a nightmare.
Megan was making plans, guys. She was
I was.
full on where are my travel agents? I need to
It did. It took me about, so again, this is the ADHD, that impulsivity. I can't control my impulses. And then I thought about the logistical nightmare that is all of those bands playing one day.
Yeah.
No, thank you. No desire anymore.
My favorite thing was all the bands coming out being like, "Are we doing this?" No.
But I'm not joking. I think that Tom posted it at the exact same time you posted it in the Musketeers, and it made me laugh at both of you.
Oh god.
It is. It's a dream lineup
Yes.
for
Yeah.
a 5-day festival.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh, totally switching gears. All right, Megan. The zombie apocalypse is coming.
Oh, God.
Who are 3 people you want on your team?
Oh, wow. Was totally not prepared for this one. So I would actually probably say this is completely random. I watch Kara and Nate on YouTube. They're they've traveled to 100 countries or more now, and they're just really big with travel. So I would probably say one of them for my first person.
To help you navigate.
To help me navigate, exactly.
Okay.
'Cause they've traveled everywhere. They've done everything.
Okay.
My husband, because I at least know that me and him both have enough survival skills from backpacking, from the army, from, life.
Love it.
And because I at least know that he knows how to handle me. And For the last person, the first person that came to mind was Maria.
All right. First of all, like this is your time, and I don't want to discredit you, but Maria's getting eaten by a zombie, like fairly immediately.
It's like me.
Probably.
If someone asked Tom this question, I would not be on his list. He'd be like, you would be dead immediately.
Oh, me too,
Like,
absolutely.
And if you weren't, you'd be a nightmare to be around, so we can't have you.
Oh my
So-
God.
and I think
Maria
that's-
just got thrown under the bus by Tom.
Sorry,
Real
Maria.
hard. I can't wait till she hears this.
Now you're going to be on her list with Michael.
I think my reasoning was literally because she was the first person who popped into my mind, probably because I got a notification from her.
Oh.
But also I would need somebody for like an emotional outlet, and she
Yeah.
has been my emotional outlet for a year and a half now. So
Love it.
Okay, so with respect to that, yes, absolutely. But when I say Maria, like a zombie apocalypse world is a very bleak, scary, tense. You know,
yeah.
like it's not a place for such a ball of sunshine and positivity.
Hold on.
and all these good things.
have you met Maria?
He's like, no, I haven't, honestly.
Oh, yeah, that explains it. Okay.
Maria at this point is more of an idea.
Oh, God.
He's a concept.
And she's wonderful, but we pride ourselves in the fact that our dark and twisty sides can come out with each other. So that's my Maria that I have.
That's fair. That's fair. And Maria, we love you. You know we love you. It's well documented. 3 out of 4 of us really love you.
We'll let you figure out who that one is.
That's true.
Oh, this is me. What? Okay, if you wrote a book, what would it be called? I feel like you might actually have an answer for this, though, because you're like a book nerd.
So I actually recently joked about this with a friend.
Oh, wow.
Because my friend just published her 3rd book, and she was trying to think of like titles and stuff. And I was like, I would probably just call mine "What the F,"
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Love it.
because that has
great
literally
title.
been my motto in life, and everything that's happened to me in life is just. Am I allowed to just cuss on here? I don't
Yes.
remember.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Yes.
so it would be
It'll get bleeped.
Yep.
because literally my life is just a big ball of what the fuck. In both the best and worst ways. Usually the best ways, though.
See? That Michael said this is like a hard question.
Well,
but
usually it
I
is.
feel
yeah.
like
Yeah.
I am. Erin is right. I am a really big book nerd. I think I just put into our Discord the other day about like my big stacks of books and how I can't find the rest of my boxes of all my books. So
All right. So now we head into the James Lipton memorial questions and start off with, what is your favorite word?
Man.
yeah.
I love it.
Amen.
Sorry. I like it.
yep, just straightforward and honest.
Go with your gut.
I say it a lot, and that's got to be it.
And what is your least favorite word?
I don't think I have one, and I was gonna say moist. Because like everybody hates that word, but I've recently found out that I don't mind it that much because it explains Florida weather very well.
Oh,
It
that's
doesn't
true.
bother me like it bothers other people.
Yeah, it
either,
doesn't bother
Megan. I'm
me
with
either.
you.
Right. So with that, I don't know if I have a least favorite word.
Okay.
But that would be my closest, I guess.
Okay.
Mung bean. Sorry. Also
Mung
mung
bean.
bean. Yes.
The only thing that I know about that is that scene in The Office where he's growing them. That's all. That's
Yep.
the only time I've ever heard of that.
That is 100% where it comes from, and why I thought of it just now is because I am restarting the rewatch, the 93rd rewatch of The Office.
Yep.
And mung bean. I absolutely despise that word.
That is definitely a first. Okay, so Megan, what turns you on?
Now that one I have to think about. I'm getting a little red in the cheeks. Come on, I thought this was a family podcast. I'm just kidding. I know.
I wanted to rush into it because I make it real awkward.
Oh, I'm the queen of making anything awkward. So just people that listen. People that honestly fully listen.
It's good.
That's a good one.
Yeah. And what turns you off?
The opposite of that. People that superficially listen. So, like, everybody has that one friend that is just not somebody that's good at being a friend. They'll hear you out, they'll listen to your stories, they'll listen to what you have to say, but they don't actually really listen. They don't take it in. They'll just, yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it drives me insane.
That's fair.
That's what I'm going to say to you every time you talk to me now. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Meh.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
Meh.
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 That's what you get back. Meh.
All right. What sound or noise do you love?
Kittens purring. I adore the sound of kittens purring. I can't handle how adorable it is. I just want to shove my face into their fur.
Oh my god.
This is a trend.
So cute. What sound or noise do you hate?
Bones cracking.
Oh god.
I have kicked my husband out of bed because he'll sit there and every night
his
he does
knuckles.
it. He cracks his knuckles
Michael
every
just
night.
did it.
And I can't. I am so glad I didn't hear it. I would have disconnected right there.
Interview's over.
It like sends a chill down my spine in the worst way.
Oh, gosh. That's funny.
And it was terrible because I used to be an LPN. I worked as like as a float in a hospital, and I would have to work with orthopedics.
Oh.
And we would have to set bones.
Oh, God.
It was, I would put in like noise canceling earplugs and then try
Oh
it.
god.
Still
Oh,
didn't
gosh.
help.
If we ever meet in person, I'll tell you my shoulder dislocation story. It's fantastic.
I would love to hear it because I love all the gory details. Just don't crack any bones around me. We're
I will
good.
not. I will not.
Michael cracks his knuckles like nobody else. Yeah, yours are really loud for
yeah,
whatever
that's
reason.
true.
When
Yeah.
he cracks his knuckles, it's like super loud. I don't
thank
I don't
you.
know why.
So much for not doing that any of the times that I saw you at Marathon Weekend. I'm
true.
also,
True.
I have become like attuned to tuning it out. Like I
Yeah.
Okay.
am able to block it. So
Okay.
my subconscious saves me a little.
Megan, what is your favorite curse word?
Ooh.
Also, my favorite word. I say it all the time, and it's the perfect
the
curse
word.
word.
If we had like a graph of the answer to this question, it wouldn't even be close.
Oh yeah, no, it wouldn't be.
Wouldn't even be close.
Yeah, would not be close. Oh gosh. So, what profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
So, I actually just changed professions. I have been working. So like I said, I used to be an LPN, and then I got a job working in child protective services. I was a paralegal for a while. And then I did substitute teaching this past year, but it doesn't quite count. But I just actually got my first job in the IT world. So I have been wanting to do something tech related for a while, and this job gets to actually blend my paralegal world and my IT world and make it one. So I'm super excited for that.
Oh, yay.
Very cool. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And what profession would you not like to attempt?
I would never go back to being a nurse. I have so much respect for nurses. And we have our Mouska nurses in our Mouseketeer group, and I love them to death. And every so often I get nerdy with the nurse stuff with them. But, I would never, ever go back to being a nurse. It just was not my forte.
No, I could never do it. I could never take care of somebody like that.
No.
I don't have it in me. Yeah, I have so much respect for you guys. I could never.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough world, especially right now with everything going on in the world.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
just so
God.
not respected enough and just treated
Yeah.
like absolute dirt crap. So
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Megan. So I get the privilege of asking you our final question, but before I do, thank you very much for joining us. You've been awesome. So, Megan, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
So I imagine that she'd just let me in and say, "Here's all the dogs."
All of the dogs.
All of the dogs.
All the
All the
dogs.
dogs that I've ever loved. The exact same thing that I imagine Betty White was greeted with was, "Here are all the dogs." I just let me sit down and cuddle with all the dogs.
Oh,
That's my dream too.
It's a
Can I
great
boop
answer.
them all? Yeah,
Yes, we will. You know what, Erin? We will go into this together and just one at a time boop every single one of them.
Megan and I are apparently
So-
dying at the same time.
I love
guys.
it.
No, we're just entering the pearly gates.
Okay.
We gotta wait for each
We're
other
gonna
now.
wait for each other at the pearly
I love
gates.
it.
Hey,
Hold on, God. I
Musketeers.
gotta wait a minute because I gotta wait for my friend Megan.
Remember, Erin, Musketeers are all for one and one for all.
Oh, okay. Just gotta wait at
So-
the pearly gate for a while.
My favorite thing that Erin does is she saves all the pictures of every dog in our chat and re-uploads it with a finger on its nose. So she's booping.
I do this.
Everyone.
Yes, I boop every dog and every cat nose gets a boop.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a dork. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I like I like cats
I think
and
it's
dogs.
endearing.
It is the best thing ever, and I wish I would have thought of it first.
All right, so before we let you go, is there anything you'd like to plug? Any social media or anything else?
Yeah, I am _Megyn on Instagram. And from there, you can find my Etsy site. I sell bracelets and stickers to raise money for American Cancer Society.
great.
I run through Team Determination, and I'm on their Run Disney committee. So always got to throw in that little ACS plug. So
That's awesome.
Absolutely. All right.
Megan, I'm so glad you came on to join us. Do you have any parting words of wisdom for the people, the fans? You are an influencer, so
God.
influence us away.
Good luck, have fun, don't die.
Love it.
Perfect advice.
That's
there
great.
you go.
Perfect
That's
advice.
good.
Love it.
All right. Well, we will talk to you later.
That was
Talk
great,
to you
Megan.
later, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, friends. We are back real quick with Megan. Her and I had a conversation after we recorded together, and I was a little surprised that there was a few things that I know Megan is passionate about in her life. She has worked hard for a comeback after having heart surgery, and I was a little surprised she didn't bring it up during the episode, and we chatted about it, and we just wanted to hop back on here and give her an opportunity to kind of talk about it.
Hey, thank you for having me back. And I know that this isn't a time gap for those that are listening, but it is a bit of a time gap for us. And in that time, me and Erin got to talk, and I just wanted to be really transparent because I felt like I didn't do justice to other people that run with these heart conditions and other, lifelong disabilities. So I wanted to be able to come back and do that its justice.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, I had a conversation with you right afterwards, and I said, hey, I kind of thought that you were going to bring up some of like the hardships you've had. I know personally, I was super proud of you when everyone got to watch you cross that 10K finish line after having had heart surgery. And so I really wanted to talk about that a little bit and give you the opportunity to tell our listeners about your heart condition a little bit and what you've done to overcome. So I'm going to give you a couple minutes to just kind of talk about it.
Yeah. So the reason I didn't mention it at first was I unfortunately let people get to me. And that happens to people with, chronic conditions a lot. We get medically gaslighted. We get told we're fakers. We get told, that it's not as bad. You can run a 10K. It's not that bad then. You train for a half marathon. It can't be that bad. But, it is. And we have friends and Mouseketeers even with other conditions that, are lifelong as well, such as we have type 1 diabetics and asthmatics. That
Invisible disabilities are still disabilities, and it's something that in this society sometimes is is not talked about as much as it should be, and the support given to the people who have them is not there because they see a person who might have a handicap sticker on their window, and they're like, well, that person's walking perfectly fine. Why do they get to be handicapped? And I think that it's important just to, bring awareness to that. So,
yeah. I completely agree. So my heart condition is something called, it's not just my heart. It's easiest to say heart condition because one of those bigger symptoms is that tachycardia. But I have something called dysautonomia, and it is a dysregulation of my autonomic nervous system. So that is everything that automatically happens. Your respiration, your urination, digestion, literally anything you don't have to think about doing is controlled by your autonomic nervous system. And mine will sometimes kind of just go on the fritz. For me, the main thing that causes is palpitations, and, my heart rate goes absolutely crazy. And I have a few other of the symptoms that are, just really annoying and really disrupt my day-to-day life. And I get it a lot because I have the disability pass for Disney. Mm-hmm. And, you hear it all the time, like, oh, it's a miracle she got out of a wheelchair and is walking. And it's like, some days I am in a wheelchair, and, some days I'm just fine and can go and run the 10K.
Yeah. 2
months after heart surgery.
Yeah.
But some days I can't even get up to go to work, or, I have to slowly go to the bathroom even. And thankfully I have been better medicated lately, that hasn't been as crazy. I've had a couple of days where the heart rate's been unstable, but, there's people out there that are completely disabled by this. And I got really lucky that I'm not on that, far extreme. So,
yeah. And we are so proud of you, Megyn, for, I honestly, we say it and, we joke around a lot and we troll each other a lot. But the reality is that, watching you out there, you actually are an inspiration to a lot of people, and getting to watch you cross that finish line was something that I think we were all so proud to see. And the fact that you every day get up and you try your best to be the best person that you can be and be physically strong. And it's just a blessing that, we get to watch that. So I'm glad that we were able to hop back on here real quick, bring a little bit of awareness, and talk a little bit about invisible disabilities. And I will post some links to some informational things in your show notes about your disease if you want to send me a couple links to help post and make people aware.
So Dysautonomia International is my go-to resource for all this, because I'm still new to this. This, we don't know what this is sprung from, why I got it.
How old were you when you were diagnosed?
This was just 2 years ago.
Yeah, and you are in your 20s still.
I am 30.
You're 30. Oh, you're 30.
Thank you.
Oh.
I'm not even the oldest of the kids' table. But I am 30 now.
Okay.
And, it started, I had my first really bad palpitation where I pulled over to the side of the road and called an ambulance a couple weeks before my wedding. And I was like, oh, it's wedding stress. I'm fine. It's nothing.
Yeah.
And then the wedding stress was gone, and it kept happening.
Yeah.
And so, it's been only about 2 years now, and it happens to people. There's no rhyme or reason. There's all different, you hear a lot in the news about long COVID now, and that's a huge processor to it. So.
Okay. Wow. All right. Well, like I said, I'm glad that we were able to hop back on, bring some awareness to this, and I really appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you, Erin.
You're welcome.
Thanks to everybody else.
Yes. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Michael, I don't think your mic is on.
Oh, I did flick it off.
That's where Michael is. I was wondering this whole time.
Geez. I must have hit it when I got up.
Does that mean you've been off the whole time?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Oh my
he's been
gosh.
off the whole time.
Oh my
Oh my
god, that's
gosh.
amazing. Oh my gosh.
You've got an influencer. That's why.
Ew.
We've had all.
That's
We've had all these.
Tom wants to
Oh.
do. Like,
We have-
Tom tried to start an Instagram for the dog. He's like, he just can't crack an audience. He just.
I follow several hedgehogs on Instagram.
You know, I also follow a lot of animals, but that is for my own enjoyment
Yes.
and my love of wanting to shove my face into their fur.
Yes.
Hedgehogs
100%.
included.
What was it? Was it
100%.
the New York Marathon that had that duck?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
I follow that duck.
I follow that duck as well.
I think I also follow that duck.
And actually, we need to stay on topic because the duck is right after you.
Oh yeah.
I was going to say, the duck should be on topic. It's also a runner.
Yes,
Yes.
it's true. It's true. All right.
All right, so here we go.